Now, I hear you used to be a backing singer, is this correct?
Mm-hmm.
For Jack Pignate?
Yeah.
What's his arse like? Because you had the best view of it, presumably. You never saw his face.
But he always moves around, so you can't really see too much of it.
okay.
He's always kind of doing the moonwalk, or you never see too much of his arse.
Is it true that when you're a backing singer, all you want to do is push the lead... Well, squeeze Jack Pignate's arse? I wish that gesture could have been captured on the radio. That was basically like two claws, the claws of a crab going in.
Pinchers.
On Jack Pignate's arse. I was not going to say, is it true that you want to goose the person you're singing behind? Well, goose, I think that's what that term's called,
Is
yeah.
it?
Well, I think goose... Oh, goose the bollocks. Thanks, Chris. You'd have to do a reach around on Jack for that.
All right.
Yeah. I think that's cause for a tribunal. Presumably why you're no longer a backing singer.
I got my P40... Yeah, no.
Now, I have to ask this question. I presume it's been asked of you a lot. When you were at school, did you have any amusing responses to Jessie Ware being called out on the register? For example, right here.
No.
No?
No. Sorry. End of that question.
Okay.
No.
That was the big question. That's what we've been building up to. Okay, we'll move on. Before becoming a singer, you considered going to law school. Now, this show is regularly described as being so good, it shouldn't be allowed on air. How would you defend this radio show in a court of law?
You know what? I didn't train, so I don't know.
No idea?
No idea. I don't know.
Good.
But that was a really good question.
And sadly, I've just now been committed to jail for having an awesome radio show. Thanks to you, Tar, very much.
Guilty.
Thanks very much. How was One Extra Live in Mallorca?
Really good.
Did you get to spend any time with Tim Westwood?
He came in asking for a Red Bull and...
asking you personally for
no,
one?
the
Out of the minibar. It's like the world's shittest heist.
Kind of came in, he was like, yo, what's up? And it was just like listening to him on radio. It was amazing. And then I watched him, and he's so good at getting crowds going. And he'd kind of just say like, hands up, who's not with their mum and dad? Hands up, who's had sex this holiday?
Presumably pointing at the one person who hadn't had sex on holiday because they were stood flanked either side of their mum and dad. Fazer was there. Did you meet him?
I didn't, but he was at our hotel.
The last time I met him, he had what I can only describe as the weirdest bag I've ever seen. It was hung in the way that a Miss World sash would be hung, so over one shoulder.
Right.
But it had a tiny, very flat pocket to it, so it was more of a pocket on a strap than it was a bag. You couldn't even carry a mobile phone in it. I said to him, what are you keeping in that bag, Fazer? And he unzipped it to reveal it was just full of condoms.
Shut up.
Yeah. Just full of condoms, just ready to go.
Ammo.
Like Batman's armoury belt. Whenever the time comes, just ready to slip one on.
Where were you? In the radio one?
No, in an interview in a TV studio. He was wearing it during the interview.
Who was he going to have sex with there?
I have no idea. Possibly me.
God.
Yeah. Had he not got embarrassed by me asking. He wasn't actually... Do you know what? Actually, he wasn't embarrassed. He was just very much like, of course, it's a tiny bag full of condoms. Yeah. I haven't got one.
Hello.
Very strange, very strange.
Oh man, I wish I'd seen that. He probably got them used in Magaluf.
Probably lucky you didn't see him. Otherwise, could have been album 2, though. Could have been album 2. The Affair with Fazer. Did you buy anything from duty free on your way back?
Not on my way back. I got a Burger King on the way back.
Yeah, I mean, that's not buying something from duty free.
No, but I did.
That's just feeding yourself. If I said you have a vaguely dull story about what you ate on the trip,
really
that answer would have been good.
Sorry.
Now, we should talk about the new single. It's called Wildest Moments. Are you bored with people asking you what your wildest moment is yet?
I'm not bored of it, but I never have an answer.
Maybe now's the time between us to formulate one.
Okay.
The way to do it, I always find, is to think of the answer to the question and then just say it out loud. So, for example, what is the wildest moment you've had? So now, using memory...
But I'm either going to sound like a really dry person that isn't wild at all, or I'm going to dig a hole which I cannot get out of.
I'm hoping it's the second option, but let's see how it goes.
Getting a lap dance in San Diego, I don't know, is that wild?
That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
From a man
really
or a
awkward.
woman or an animal.
By a woman, and I didn't ask for it, and I got given it. it was just, I kind of had to apologise to her the whole time, and I was just there going, oh God, sorry, it was really awkward.
I've never been to a lap dancing club. I find the idea terrifying.
Yeah, it was really terrifying.
And also that I'd feel like I would want to apologise all the way through and say, I'm not like everyone else here. Are
you okay? Are you okay? Yeah.
So you were quaking. How did it end? Did she just sort of say, that's it?
I told her to... I told her to go to university or something. I don't know. I don't know. Like, and,
Have you considered a career in
go home,
psychology?
look after yourself.